You stand on the bank of a great river, feeling at a loss. No matter how hard you practice your casting, your fly will never reach the far shore. When it rains, the water turns murky. When the wind blows, your cast goes awry. There aren't many days on your travels when you can fish perfectly. In fact, there are more days when your hopes are dashed and you shrug your shoulders in disappointment. And yet, for some reason, an unquenchable flame of passion burns within you. Once again, you stand on the bank of a great river today, repeating the endless rhythm of casting, swinging, and stepping down. The snow melts, the cherry blossoms bloom, fresh green leaves sprout, huge clouds tower in the sky like skyscrapers, and a sudden summer shower washes everything away. Deep green turns to red and yellow, and then snow blankets the landscape once more. Cast, swing, repeat. Hi, I'm Perry the Pig, a lover of fly fishing. This episode is about swing fishing in Japan. Do you know how many rivers there are in Japan? According to one estimate, there are over 63,000 rivers. While there is no official data on the number of rivers where salmon and trout species inhabit, from an angler's perspective, it seems there are fish in a considerable number of them. However, most of these are relatively small streams, and there aren't that many rivers where you can catch trout using the swing. If we narrow it down to major rivers, the number drops significantly. And these large rivers are concentrated in the eastern half of Japan. Furthermore, each river is subject to various regulations for resource and nature conservation. And there are restrictions on catching native species such as cherry salmon, chum salmon, and pink salmon within these rivers. On the Sea of Japan side of Honshu, cherry salmon begin their upstream migration in March, and we can enjoy cherry salmon fishing from the Hokuriku region to the Tohoku region. However, there are various rules and regulations that differ by location, making it a significant hurdle for traveling anglers. Although chum salmon fishing is permitted only during the short period from fall to winter, the number of anglers allowed on each river is limited, creating an even higher hurdle. In Hokkaido, fishing for these three species within rivers is, in principle, completely prohibited. Therefore, when swing fishing in Japan, the target species are rainbow trout, brown trout, yamame trout, char, and Japanese taimen. The rivers marked in pink on the map are large rivers where cherry salmon can be caught using the swing. Those marked in yellow are large rivers where other species of trout can be caught using the swing. And those marked in green are rivers of a considerable size, though not quite as large as the yellow ones. Please note that these are just the most representative swing rivers I'm aware of. If you include lesser known rivers, the total number is much higher. And when it comes to rivers where you can fish with dry flies, nymphs, and streamers, the number likely exceeds 1,000. So you have a vast array of options for enjoying fly fishing on rivers. On Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu, the fishing season on most rivers begins in mid-February or on March 1st and ends in late September. In Hokkaido, fishing is available year-round. Regardless of the location, in Japan, June and October are generally the best months for trout fishing. From April through May, rivers become murky and swollen due to snowmelt. In winter, fish activity drops dramatically. In recent years, high summer temperatures have made fishing on large rivers quite challenging. If you want to enjoy swing fishing on Japanese rivers, I strongly recommend June.
じゃあリリースしちゃっていいですよ。
はい。ありがとうよ。またね。
Let's talk about the rods you should bring for swing fishing on Japan's large rivers. If you plan to visit major rivers in Hokkaido, such as the Teshio or Tokachi rivers, you'll want to bring an 8-weight spey rod. Or, if you're using a classic long belly line, a 10-weight might be a good choice. Heavier tackle is also reliable during the changing seasons when there are many windy days. However, for most rivers in Japan, a 6-weight spey rod or switch rod is the most versatile option. If you're using a short line, an 11-foot rod will suffice. As for the line, whatever you're used to in your home waters will do just fine. You don't need a special line just because you're fishing in Japan. The appropriate fly depends on the conditions and season. If the water is murky, use a conspicuous fly. If it's clear, do the opposite. Japanese rivers are generally clear, so keep that in mind. While there are fly patterns effective in specific situations, it's perfectly fine to prioritize what kind of fly you want to catch fish with over what kind of fly will catch them. Any fly reel will do for swing fishing. Since you're using the resistance of the river current to fight the fish, you don't need powerful stopping power. One thing to watch out for is weight. A reel that isn't balanced with the rod's weight will feel unstable during the swing, so it's best to choose a well-balanced reel. However, to put it bluntly, as long as it doesn't break during your trip, anything will do, but saying it, that simply isn't very interesting. That's because you have your own aesthetic, and it's better to fish with gear that satisfies it. You cast again and again, waiting for that moment that may never come. It's like the process of patience that adults must learn. Or perhaps like the heart of a child eagerly awaiting a Christmas present. Give meaning to every cast. Strive to execute every cast with precision. It's crucial not to cast aimlessly. You constantly think about where to land the fly. You imagine how the fly is moving beneath the water where you can't see it, where the fish are, and how they're chasing the fly. Wind, rain, murky water, whether you view these as obstacles or as a stage for joy is entirely up to you. The fly, cast with a powerful turn, sinks in, and the fly begins to swim almost immediately. You can feel the fly line digging firmly into the thick, heavy current right in my hands. The fly and line are sinking, catching the sinking current perfectly. The fish takes the fly, flips, and bolts. You sense that moment clearly. The reel screeches loudly. You're excited, yet calm at the same time. Your efforts won't be rewarded the moment you scoop the fish into your net. The reward comes when the fish swims back into the current full of life. Summer has ended, and autumn is slowly deepening. It's once again the prime season for swing fishing on Japan's large rivers. Unfortunately, there are only a handful of large rivers on Honshu where you can swing fish amidst the autumn foliage. In Hokkaido, however, this is the season when numerous large rivers once again come alive with teeming wildlife. Hiro and his friend June had been eagerly awaiting this season. That's because recent summers in Japan have been far too hot. The temperatures simply aren't suitable for fishing on wide-open large rivers. Autumn fishing can be difficult when the wind blows and large amounts of fallen leaves drift downstream. But on this day, the weather was very calm. I'm sure there are many people who don't know that you can fly fish for trout on Japan's large rivers. It's true that on Japan's swing rivers, you don't often find the kind of conditions where you can catch huge trout and salmon like you do in Patagonia, the Kola Peninsula, or Mongolia. However, if you choose the right season and place, you're sure to have a great fishing experience. Hiring a guide will further increase your chances of success. This is another little-known fact, but there are many fly fishing guides in Japan. Some of our guide friends can provide English language services, and there are also guides from the US, the UK, and Germany. If you're interested in trout swing fishing in Japan, I hope this video proves helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. Thanks for watching.